Okay, so welcome to the Investors Desk online business development. Although this is going to be an offline uh, recording of a piece of software that I wanted to share with you before the software actually became REIpro 5.0. So this is the Investors Desk news channel. I'm Susan, and I'll be taking you through the software today. I wanted to show you how powerful this software is before they actually come out with version 5.0. There probably are going to be user interface changes that makes the software deeper, more add-ons, more things to get you out there in a search mode that will give you more information. But in my opinion, I think that through the years since I've been using this software, it's just gotten better and better. So we're going to try there's a lot in this software. So I'm going to go through it, try not to make this video too, too long, and see how it comes out in the end. And if it works well, then this show is going to be all about the real estate software, REI Pro. All right, so let's get started. I'm going to start by sharing my screen. And I've actually already logged into the software, so we don't have to go through that step. And what I'm going to do is we're going to just concentrate on the software itself. Great. Let's get rid of this banner and some other things so that nothing gets in our way. Excellent. And that way we have full control of what's going on in the software. Beautiful. So this is what you see when you first come into this software. This is the dashboard. And the managed locations of this dashboard, I work with what's in my backyard. So I'm in PG County. These are some areas that I've been working in Maryland. My business, Investors Desk LLC, is a Maryland-based investment company. Uh, I've been working with this since 2019, or let's just say I legally became an LLC in 2019 March. So this year's going to be my third year in business. And basically, Investors Desk does it all. It incorporates my digital real estate, which is my online business, as well as my real estate, which is my offline business. So this is a software that I use for my offline business. And like I said, 5.0 is coming out. So I wanted to show you just a bit of what it was like before the upgrade. So you can have a comparative view. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. What we're going to do is scroll through this software. Right now, what you're looking at are the total number of homes sold this month, in the medium price of these homes in College Park. And if I change it to Mount Rainier, there we go. I can change it to Brentwood. And these are the homes. Over in this area, it's showing you what's vacant, what's absentee, foreclosure. So from these numbers, which are estimated numbers or estimates, you could actually go over to the lead generation pop in, say, I only want to do vacant, look for vacant properties. So in the lead generation, I would click on vacant, and then I would type in Brentwood, Maryland, and it would pop up with however many current vacant properties, and then I can start scrolling through to look for those. Now, if I click on manage locations, let's click on that. Maybe I should click that over here. There we go. I can add another county. So let me add over here. I'm going to add Riverdale, Maryland, and boom. Now I have another location and I can plop on that. There it is. Number of homes sold estimated this month so far as the data shows up until here, which is 12/21. 11 homes were sold, and the median price was this. There were 36 vacant homes. So let's scroll down to, excuse me, on your dashboard. If I had my website connected to REIpro, which you can do through an integration, I believe there's an app for that. You just go through the process. I haven't done that yet, haven't set that up. But when you get your website or your authority page set up, you want to be able to get people coming into the website and going and looking around and inputting the information, and those leads for that particular website will come into here. We all know that that has to do with managing, and we'll get into some of that when we get into some of the education, but that'll get you your leads here, and then you're able to follow up. Over here, of course, we have a calendar, and in the calendar, I've actually only set up for what my day is going to be um, right now. And but last week I had a pretty full schedule because it was. And let me go with the week. Yeah, it was right after Christmas. Boom, boom, boom. Gotta get your calendar going. So I haven't really set up much of my calendar for this week, but I did get my day going, and that's beautiful. This is an introduction to what 5.0 is going to be. It's all in the back of your platform. Here you get to look at quickly what your favorite properties are, the properties that you planned on following up with, and then the popular sites that you have listed. Like here I have city data stats. Let's see if it'll pop me out to another screen. Great. So with this, I can look at whatever the crime is in the area and other good data. Okay, so enough of that. And we'll just go back to where we were. Close that out. So that's our dashboard. Now let's dig in real quick. So like I said, I'm over here in Riverdale. I see there are 36 vacant homes as of, we'll see. So then what you want to do is you want to pop over to lead generation. And I know I want to work with Riverdale. And there we go. That's all we have to do. And there it is. It said 36, but here's 29. Now you can also filter out your search data, right? And I'm not worried about what the price or the potential equity is. I can always look at that and then make a decision I don't care how many bedrooms, although 2 or more is basically what I'd be looking for. I don't have to filter that out. If I do too much filtering, I may end up with no properties at all, right? But as far as the property type goes, of course, I only want residential, right? So in my residential, I'm able to click down. I don't want to do apartments or co-ops. I'm not really looking for mobile or manufactured. Uh, no rural. Basically, I'm looking for single family. I don't really want any vacant land or timeshare. So I'm looking at townhomes, single family, row houses, multifamily. I even do duplexes and condominiums. Why not? And then the other filter I want to do is I'm not interested in attributes. I don't care about bathrooms, lot size, gear belt. But when it comes to owners, I really want it to be an individual owner, not a company. Although there are some companies on this list. Um, and I don't want the owner to be occupying the house. I want the owner to be non-occupied. Maybe they're renting. In-state is fine. I prefer out-of-state, right? So uh, then right here, results per page 100. I can create a campaign out of this. But right now, this is what I want. So I'm going to apply these changes. Now we have 29 leads here. Let's see what we go down to. 6 leads. Okay, that's just in one area. Over here where you see the red dots, you can actually just hang over it, click on it, look at the square feet, equity is unavailable. All right, so I'm just going to quickly look at these. This one is, got 2 of them on Rittenhouse. Okay, this is 5808, 5803. Let's see what this one looks like. Potential equity in the property is good. It's only 925 square feet, small home. Okay. Estimated value was 380. I'm telling you, this market is so overpriced, it's crazy. So that's just 2 homes. And we got Oliver Street over here. Let's just take a look at that real quick. It doesn't say anything about equity. Sometimes it might be upside down if it's a vacant home. Let's see what this is. Madison Street. Potential equity is 160. The value is 312. That's not too bad. Now, remember, these homes are vacant and or they could be rented. 67th Avenue, it says not available. Okay, so now we've actually looked at these. Let's look and see what we've got. First thing I want to do is really look over here and see what the potential equity is. Now here it is. It's 1-to-1, which probably means that there is no mortgage on it. The last sale was in 2001. The last sale amount. Look at this. This is crazy. Yes, it's vacant. It doesn't have a vacant alert sign on it. Daniel James is the owner. Year built 1883. My goodness. That is in-ground vinyl pool. Interesting. So from this point, I want to just take a quick peek at the taxes. They all seem to be paid up. The mortgage info, sorry, no information. The last loan amount was in 1999. That all looks good in the history. It's a grant deed. It's an estate. Right now, the grantee, Daniel, I bet you, hopefully, he's out of town. Let's take a look what the home looks like. I can barely see it. Let's see if we can get a better view. Ravenswood Road. Let's turn around. There's the house. Interesting. That does not look vacant. Let's see if we can come in closer. Oops. Yeah, that does kind of look vacant. What you're looking for in vacant properties is mailbox, trash. That looks like a toolbox. There are cars in the driveway. That's hidden. Uh, it's probably being rented. But let's go back here to details. Let's go ahead and save this property. So you can save it right there, right? Property was saved. And let's just take a look at the next one. Last sell date was here. It is vacant. Let's look at the tax info. All paid up. Mortgage. No mortgage. History. No history. Let's look at. I thought I said no vacant land. This looks like vacant land. There was a house, a pretty little house, but it's not there any longer. So we're going to cancel that out. We definitely don't want that one. Let's look at the next one. Let me go straight. Okay, there is a house. That looks like it could be rented as well, but let's go ahead and look at the details. Tax info. So here it is. They're not living there. The house obviously is in Riverdale. Credit loan amount 2007 was the last one. Let's look at the history. Quit claim deed from Aaron to Gloria. Sell amount not. So I'm going to go ahead and save that as well. And I'm going to click on Madison. Potential equity. It had potential equity in here. Let's go to tax info. Great. They live in Upper Marlboro. The house clearly is in Riverdale. Tax amount, all paid up. The last loan was in 2006, which is good. History, none. And we did say there was a house there. Oh, right. This was different. Let's just take a look around the neighborhood. Madison looks nice. Can't really, looks like a front side door here. It's a lot of bush. Can't really see the home. But I'm going to go ahead and save that as well. Now, I could also just select all of the addresses and have them imported straight into the software. So now we know what we're doing here, right? And if I wanted to save this search, why I'd want to save it, I don't know, but let's just say I wanted to save this search for later. I can save it and change some of the filtering on there. I'll call it Riverdale, if I can spell. Maryland. Let's say what it is. Vacant. Oops. We are in 22. So I just saved this search. Now, we're done with that, right? Beautiful. Okay. So let's now go to We went to lead generation. Let's click on marketing real quick. This is where your campaigns are going to lay. You can import leads here. This is where you're going to get your postcards to send out for campaigns. If we want to take a quick look at what they look like, let's go ahead and do that real quick. If it, boom. So they give you a lot of nice choices. Here's the front, here's the back, absentee owner, uh, houses for auction. If your house is going to get auctioned, uh, cash buyers, divorce, and expired listings. Like you put your house on the MLS and it expired, and you can't seem to sell it. So you send out a card for rent by owner, for sale by owner. If there's a person who is doing a FISBO, uh, let them know, hey, I'll buy it for cash. These are homes that are free and clear. Those are top dollar homes. That means there's no mortgage on it. It's 1-to-1. And then your general, like your big, huge campaign. So you went to an area and you just wanted to pump out 1,000 marketing cards. You can do it here. Fast, fair offer. Okay. So you can also create your own. There are letter templates you can make yourself, or you can use theirs. There's also a do not mail list on here where people might request that you don't touch base with them any longer. And then, of course, the list made, which is great because you can actually go through your marketing campaign before you send your list out to make sure that um, it doesn't have any errors. There's nothing like there's nothing there to send it to, the most recent things. And this is good to clean up your list with. Now, properties. Let's go here. So here are my properties. And these are the three that I just recently popped in. Okay. And they don't have any images in them. And this is when I'll just go out on Google and or I'll use the Google on the site. Let's say I do that. Let's go with this one because I'd had a nice house with it. So I'll just quickly go to what's the address? 5806 Rittenhouse. So I'll just quickly go here. Riverdale. And then I usually check in with Redfin. And yeah, this is the one that had the really nice looking house to it. So let's click on that. Beautiful. It's a lot of overbush. It could be rented, it could be vacant, but it's a nice looking house. So I'll do a quick little boom, and then I'll go get it. And I'll click done here. It's going to pop up on my desktop. It's going to pop up on my desktop, I promise. let's go get it. And what I generally do is look for my last screenshot. Boom, there it is. And excellent. All right, so we got that. We got what we wanted. We can clear out of here. And we can go back to REIpro. I know it's a bit much, so maybe that'll change in the software also. But here I can upload, and I'll do it again. I'll go to my desktop, scroll down to my screenshot, click on it, open it, and add it. All right, so now we have that done. So here's my basic information here. Now, right now, I want to follow up with this because this looks great. So I'm going to follow up with this on Wednesday. And that would be the 5th. And I'm going to set the date as a follow-up because I need to do my research on this. From here, you can look at all of the properties within the local area quickly, and then you can actually start running your comparables here. All right. So basically, right now, what I look at is the square footage of the property. And I try to see how many bathrooms there are. This is crazy. 792 square feet. That can't be right. With 4 bedrooms, which means that it's probably a multifamily, 1 bath in each apartment at 794 square feet. We'll have to take a look at that one, but I'll put that in as a possible. Here's 910, 6 bedrooms. See that's probably, once again, it was a recent MLS sale. I definitely want to, look at that. But really what I want is a single family home. Here's 815, 1 bath. I'll throw that in there. And this is close. I'll do that one. Now this is 1,500 square feet as opposed to 925 square feet. I have to at least want to try to get close to the square footage, right? And I really want to have 5 homes. This is good right here. Once again, 4 bedrooms. That just doesn't make any sense to me. But anyway, there it is. So now that I have those 5, which is kind of what you want, I can calculate the RIV. So the average price sold was a little over $350, and the repair value is at least $383. Now that I have my comps, I can print this report. This report will be saved. I can filter the criteria or whatever in this report. But I have my comp. I've run my comps, right? It's got a nice little vacant alert. All the information that I saw is repeated here. Now I want to reach out to the customer. This is step 2. I'm not going to show any of her information, really. I know she's out of town. But what I want to do is, with the software on the professional, you can always run reports, gives you credits. So I'm going to run a report, see how much information I can get. And I'm not going to show that, so I'm going to scroll through it real quick. But if you can't find that on the outside, that type of information on the outside, through Maryland Land Rec, or through an outside people search, if you don't have the upgraded software, then you're going to end up going out of REIpro to find that. Now, also, if when you finally get in touch with the owner, and you schedule a walkthrough or a look at the home, they agree to it, and then you want to, try and give them an estimated offer because you've already done your research, your homework. You can actually take your iPad with you, and you can do your walkthrough on your iPad right from the software. So here's your exterior general, roof, painting, windows, landscaping, blah, blah, blah. Then you're going to go inside to the general parts of the house. You want to check the water heater, flooring, blah, blah, blah. And then what's in the kitchen, what's the floor like, um, doors, sink, cabinets, countertop, stove, refrigerator. Is any of that in there? Is it okay? You can go to the master bedroom, bedroom 1, bedroom 2. So you get the idea. And then you tally up what you think it would be as your total repair cost, right? You can do that. And it'll give you a total repair cost. Now, once you've done that, you kind of talk with the owner and tell them that you'll get back to them within, the next couple of hours or 24 hours, and go to step 4 and tell them that you have an offer. Basically, this is what they're saying the market is standing at, and then you can go ahead and put in what you think your repair expenses will be. So let's just pretend it's going to be $40,000 to repair this, and you know we'll just go with the values that they have here. 3% of the ARV is the acquisition expense. Holding expense, you have to think about, you're going to need electricity to do any repair or to hold the property if you're doing a resale value. 2% of whatever the closing cost is going to be, and that could be negotiable. A hedge expense, you never know what it's going to end up costing you, so you have a little extra cash on the side. And then advertising, if you plan to, put out some ads, flip and then put your ads out there. Or if you're going through a realtor and they're going to do that for you, anywhere between 5 and 7% is going to be their take on the property. So let's go right in between and make it 6%. So that'd be 3% on either side. And here are your profit centers. Now, if you're going to wholesale this, you're going to be looking at, you know, wholesaling the property between 3% and 20% of what everything is going to be. So let's do a nice little 12% profit. That's a lot. Not bad for a flip. I've seen more. And then if you're going to wholesale and flip paper, which is wholesale, you want to make sure that the person who's buying it from you is going to get a profit as well. So let's say that their profit is going to be 20%. Okay. So then what you're going to do is you're going to save and calculate what you got here. And we are well below the after repaired value for this. So we can break some of these numbers down. Like the maximum cash offer at 166, 300 would never fly for this market. So some things you can scale back on. Like maybe you want to scale back on the realtor's commission or scale back on your commission. It's a pretty crazy market out there. Like, if I want to flip this real quick, make about $17K. on this one property. Just pushing paper at 17K is not bad. That's a little over 3%. Then maybe they want to scale back and really do get the 50%, 15%. And then let's save and calculate what that is. So that brings the offer up a lot. Now that would almost be better. But so anyway, you figure out what you want to do for that, how you want to make it. And then what you want to do is go on to step 5, where you're going to send out the letter, make a phone call, ask them what their price is going to be, so forth and so on. You go through these steps, and it takes you step by step. But the most important steps that you're going to be working with right away will be the first few steps that we talk about here. And that's really getting the information, researching the property, uh, contacting the buyer, making sure that everything is copacetic with the property. You can also click down here on the menu tools, and you can start with comps here. What your deal would be, send it straight to your campaign or add it to a campaign. You got your email, your print version, your Google search. And I did go out on Google for that, but I could have gone right here. Things you want to archive, and you can even delete the property. So I'm going to just heart this property and make it a favorite, right? And I'll give it 4 stars. Now, the reason why the heart and the property, the 4 stars are there, is because you can actually filter when you're working in the back end. I want to see all of my 4-star properties. I want to see all of my 5-star properties. I want to see what the 1-star properties are looking like. So you got all of this going on with your properties. Then you have your archive properties, which I don't have any. Your follow-ups, and these are the properties you're going to be following up on. And when you do, you're going to be putting your notes here. I don't think I have any notes on these properties. If I did, it would be there. Yeah, no notes on these properties. But here are your follow-ups. Here's what you're going to do. Anything in the red, you need to, I was busy right here. I was busy moving. Any incoming leads you might have, and this might be coming from your website or any other landing page. Going down, you got your buyers, your contacts, the business center, where you can pick up your contracts. They actually have purchase contracts in here, assignment contracts, extensions, disclosures, lease agreements, and a lot of other seller finance information. Then you have your general forms, things that you can work through, paperwork that you can actually print out, marketing forms to help you market your product online, mortgage calculator. Now, mileage tracker, um, if this actually were to work, if this is going to be part of the 5.0 upgrade, it'd be great if the mileage tracker actually did log your tracking while you were driving for dollars. Would make this an excellent piece in your software. But to create a log and to log things in, we use Everlance. These are interesting. This is good, interesting information for getting your business started. The legal library is done through Rocket Lawyer. I've used them before. They're great. But for each one of these, it kind of gives you an understanding, overview of how certain agreements work. and then you get one free agreement to do or sign up. Ask an attorney, that would be Rocket Lawyer. And moving on down the line, we have education and support. Membership's a great area. Once you have the software, you have guides, uh, education, demos for the software, anything you need to understand what's going on here. The member resources are excellent. They give you the strategy videos here. And a lot of these you can follow on YouTube, however, because they do have a YouTube channel, Jeff Goff. But what you can actually do is it comes out here first, these videos too, and then they show up on YouTube. So it'll let you know through the announcements, which you'll find up here. But it takes you through all of them: lease options, fix and flip, how to market, all that good stuff. They have some really good videos back here. Then, of course, getting you through the software, you just go ahead and ask a question, right? So let's go back. And your frequently asked questions, customer support. This is where you're going to do your account settings, announcements, and every holiday they give you a 50% off, which is great. Christmas, Thanksgiving, Halloween. What's before Halloween? That would be 4th of July. And before that would be Valentine's Day. So I think there's another holiday coming up where you get a nice 50% discount off on your campaign. So that's REIpro the way it is today. Now, we want to see how it's going to be looking for version 5.0. So let's just take a quick.
I have a wonderful electronic invention I want you to see. It looks something like this. Let's go.
All right, that was a big old wow. Big old wow. All right, that's everything. Let's get back to it. And how do we do it? Oh, here we are. We're going to stop screen share. I love this software. I've been using this software for, I don't know, 2017. We started fixing and flipping, doing real estate. Um, so, of course, I started with other competitors, um, and they were out there, and I've tried them all. And each time I keep coming back to REIpro. It's my favorite. I love it. And I was glad to share it. I was happy to share it with you. So, what we're going to do is we are at 45 minutes. I knew this was going to take a minute. So, I'm going to go ahead and finish in the recording of this broadcast. And I'm going to go ahead and post it to my YouTube channel. And I am going to upload this to the Fitness, Finance, and Fun channel, or the link from my YouTube, and explain why I'm sharing this software with you, because uh, it's a sweet piece, and I hope you enjoyed the tour and you got something out of it. And if you do want to try this software, it is free for 14 days. The link is below. I am an affiliate, and I'm only an affiliate because they asked me to be one. They sent me all the information and said, "Hey, why not, Susan? You've been using this software since 2017, and you're a valued, customer. Um, Obviously, you're in and out, so you might as well just tell everybody why you like it, link it, and you know, you get a little piece of the pie." But most importantly, it's a piece of software that has an excellent user interface where you're not lost, it's not jumbled. You can take your time and go through this software and really get acquainted with it uh, on a step by step process. And if you have any issues or any questions, I've been using it for forever. I can answer that, or you can check out one of Jeff Goff and Bo Manley, the creators of the software, um, one of their live Q&As that they have, and I believe they still have them once a month. I'll have to check that out. But anyway, it's been great. It's been fun. Thank you, and I will see you on the other side of this software. Take care. Happy 20